4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Torrenado. If you're watching this video, you've noticed that I forgot to push record. So if you're watching this, you missed your sprawls, but that's all right. We'll get you guys on the next set. All right, so just go Torrendos right now. 30 seconds. Oh, I'm just going to guess like 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'll give you a couple extra. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Maybe I'm way off. I don't know. Yeah, I'm off. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Gosh, Talia, I was messing up. What'd you get? Did you count?
51.
Woo, all right. I think we did more than 50 last time, didn't we?
54, I believe.
All right. I wasn't barking at you. I realized I pushed record late into this workout, so others that come later and watch this later are going to miss the first exercise. Shame on me. But hey, one exercise isn't going to make a big deal. Back step pass. How are you guys feeling about that motion now, the back step pass? You guys feeling like a little better, a little sharper at it? Wait till you hold somebody's legs and you just kind of do like a Torrenado, but you don't do a Torrenado. Instead, what you do is you back step pass, like way out of the way, right? It's just a nice mechanic. It's a nice technique. If you ever go to JUJI and you want to look up passing, just guard passing, you can actually select a button that says back step pass. And everything that will display has to do with that concept. All right, back step pass. Three, 2, 1, go. 1, counting you, Talia. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, come on, 24, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, come on, 22, 23, 2 more, 24, 1 more, 25. All right. Hey, a little detail I can give you on the back step passing, drilling on a dummy, is to abide by a principle of taking up space, not giving space, staying tight, all right? So what I mean by that is, like doing this drill, what I might do is I might here and then come right away and just stay tight on that. Like in this moment right here, in this transition here, I'm careful not to like come away from it and stand up with like space in here, right? You guys see that? So another variation of this might be just to put your knees on the ground and just here. And then when I come back, I just kind of stay tight. My knees are on the ground and I go back. You guys see that? You see what I'm showing you? And then another variation would be to do it squatting, but I'm squatting instead of tall, standing up, hunching. And when you do that, it has like benefits to doing arm bars. It's just a good principle to uphold. Knee cut pass. Let's get the knee cut pass, you guys. Try to put a foot inside the legs. Spread those legs a little bit, like take the dummy's legs. There you go. Maybe next time put a towel or a ball or something in between the dummy's legs so there's more space. If you do one side now, we'll do the other side next round. Remember, get your hand and try to settle your elbow down into the hip. That's it. Get that hip, that elbow down. Elbow pressure before you cut. Yeah. And there should be some heaviness, like some weight on your elbow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Yeah, if you have like an object that you can space out the dummy's legs a little bit, it makes it a little more comfortable for doing that drill. You know, otherwise your foot and your toes kind of get mashed in there a little bit, you know, or not. At least mine do, because that big old foot, that big old foot gets caught in there sometimes. You know, it's not comfortable. The knee cut pass, you'll see later on when you start to apply this on a person, how getting your elbow down and filling that space is important. Oh, there's the kitty cat. You just cannot have a Zoom video without pets. That's just the way it is. You know, there should be a name for that. Pet bomb, cat bomb, dog bomb, you know? Yeah. We're going to have to think of a meme, some kind of meme for that, you know, like somebody surrounded by pets, or I don't know. The jump pass. You know, all of these drills should abide by the principle of space. No space, little space. You know, think about that. When you hug the hip, stay tight. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. Nice. Sierra, when you do that side control, get your knees a little wider. When you land in that side control, get your knees a little wider. That's it. Yeah, like that, like that. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I love principles in jiu-jitsu. Another principle is center of gravity and how high or low it is. You know, if you compare a bus to a Ferrari, you know, a bus is heavy and it's tall, its center of gravity is higher off the ground. A Ferrari is down low. So when you do some kind of side control, you want to be like a Ferrari. If your knees are tight together, you're like a bus. You know what I mean? If your knees are wider, you're like a Ferrari. And then you want to like fill that space. So how do you fill that space, right? Normally, if your knees are wide and you're doing side control, the knee that's up near the dummy's head will be under the shoulder complex. And in fact, the higher the knee is towards the head, the better. Okay? You want to have that arm like sticking through your hip, like right off your hip bone practically. Now this dummy, it's stiff. Those arms are a little awkward. They're not on the ground. So it's a little, you got to adapt a little. But when you do side control, just remember that. Ferrari, low, and under the shoulder complex. All right, here we go. Side control to mount. All right. Or wait, no. Side switches. Side switches. Side switches. All right, let's go. You can either put your hands on the dummy. You can put your forearms on the dummy. You can put your chest on the dummy, or you can put your arms on the ground on the other side of the dummy and just use your chest complex to put pressure. If you want to slow that exercise up a little bit and move towards the head, when you sit towards the head, you can do it. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to give you guys some technical instruction here. So if you slow it down to learn technique, when I do a side switch and I go here, I'll have this arm. You can practice a move called JUJI-GATAME, where this arm is under the far shoulder, and this arm either hugs like this or maybe even hugs like that. This is a traditional pin called JUJI-GATAME. Notice my hips are off the ground and not on the ground. I'm pushing into them. You see that? So if I go to switch, boom, here, this arm that was here is going to go under the shoulder complex. And then this arm here will go near the hip, and I sit like that. Can you guys see that? Is that clear? Yeah, so you can actually start to get a little more precise with your arms, and then build speed off of precision. Okay, let's do another round of that. Let's just do another round of that, because that's an important thing to do, okay? So we're going to skip side control to the mount, and we're going to just work on hand placement. All right, hand placement with that side switching. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just put yourself in one of those positions right off the bat. Make sure your hips are off the ground. All right, here we go. There you go. There you go. Now, so when you go to sprawl, Sierra, your left arm's going to go under the shoulder complex. So your left arm under the shoulder complex. Yes. Now sit left leg. Good. Now, that's right. Now, yeah. You see, now your hands are in the right spot. And just really pull on that shoulder complex. Good. That's it. When you sit towards the head, it's a little awkward because his arm really, you can't really wrap it too well with your left arm. But you could just, there we go, like that. Good. Bam, nice. Good. I'll watch you next time, Talia. Now right here, right there, that right hand of yours might be out to grab their legs, or it might be on the ground to keep their hips from coming to you. Nice. Nice. I think we can fit in better technique to that drill. What do you think? You know, I mean, if you just sprawl on it, you can go faster and go for more exercise. And that's the kind of like balance we're trying to make here, right? Like technique, exercise. I want to try to do the best of both worlds if I can, you know? All right, so we'll skip the side control to the mount. We're going to go right to the arm bar, the JUJI-GATAME from the mount. And I'm going to count on this one. I'm going to count. How am I going to count? Talia, I'll count yours. Remember to obey the principle of space, taking up space. You can start your arm by riding up a little higher. And don't let your leg that's coming around the head get hung up. You want that leg to just come around. You guys have learned how to do that by now. You don't need to do the S mount. You can just go right for it. Go. Do that side again, Sierra. Take your right hand and encapsulate his arm. Yeah, like that, like that. Do that side again. There you go. Right. Yep, it's important that if you do that side, your right arm is around his arm the way it is. That's perfect. Oh, I don't know what happened there. If you're going to do the left side, your left arm will be around. Yeah, I think that's right. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Which arm are you going to do? Okay, good. That was right. Right. There you go. Right arm. Okay, left arm. Good. You're going to do left side. Go do it. Go get that left leg around. Don't let it hang up. Boom. That's the practice. That's why we're doing this. You'll get better at it. One more. Just woo. Come on. Get around. Woo. All right. So ladies, take a look at me for a second. All right. So here's some very, very important detail about the arm bar. So if I'm going to do this arm right here, if I'm going to come around this way, look how my arms are. It's almost like I'm able to hug this arm, right? See this? So I put my hands there to get it. If I did something like this and I take this right arm and I put it just on the chest, this arm can get away from me. I won't get it. So what I'm saying is I want you to like get as close to hugging the arm you want as you can. If I'm going to do the other side, I would take this hand and put it here. See how I'm going on this right here? See how I'm right there for that? If this left arm wasn't there and it was on the inside, it won't be efficient. I think we're going to do another round of that. Okay? All right? We're going to do another round of those arm bars. Forget around the world. I mean, you know what, Talia? You can do around the world. I want to watch Sierra. I want to see her do this arm bar. So don't worry about speed. Worry about technique right now, Sierra. You got to encapsulate. All right, good. So go get that left arm. Go get it. Spin to your left. That's it. Good. All right. Good. Now it's the other arm. Good job. That's it. I think you understand. You're getting it. Good. Now we're just going to work on getting that leg around the head smoother. All in one movement. Just going to go for it. Go. Wham! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one of the techniques that when we get back to the school, when we get things going again, you're going to be glad you had time to practice. I mean, jiu-jitsu, you only get to practice half the time you're in class because your classmate gets their turn, right? This is like a solid 100 minutes of just all about us. And, you know, it is top control, domination, you know, attacking. You know, we're not really doing much guard work, but, and this might even have an effect on your personality. Like your jiu-jitsu style and your personality might become more aggressive because of this coronavirus. And there are fighters like that, like Rafael Lovato Jr. And you know, other like guard passers, just people that like to just, you know, get you down and pass your guard and smash you and submit you. I mean, that's kind of, you know, like probably more my style. If I have my preference, I'd rather do that rather than just sitting and trying to play guard on you. We'll come back to this topic. All right, so we got deadlifts. Good technique. Do not arch your back. Go to the dummy. Here we go. You guys keep track of your own numbers. 1, boom. Make sure you lock out all the way. Tighten your butt at the top. Nice. Good. Lock out at the top. There we go. Good. You're going to have to bring the head of it into your belly. Boom. Boom. If it hurts, if you feel any kind of strain, I want you to stop. It cannot hurt you. No pain in your back. No pain in your back. All right, one more. And then unmute yourselves. Good. All right, talk to me. Tell me about how that felt.
I can feel it in the legs.
How about you,
I was
Sierra?
having
the legs.
All right, do you feel any strain in your lower back?
No.
Good. All right, I'm glad, because that's my main concern with that exercise, because I'm looking at you guys and you're missing hip extension. You're missing full extension. Now, maybe the dummy's awkward. Maybe it's just hard to hold on to, and getting that full hip extension is difficult. But what I mean by that is I want you to be able to like go from something that looks like this to something that looks like that. See the difference between this and maybe something that looks like here? All right. Maybe I can do back here. All right. So anytime you do a deadlift, you want to be able to lock out all the way. And if you tighten your butt, that's like huge. You definitely want to do that. All right, sprawls. Tilly, you got 51 last time, huh? You got to get
51 Torrenados.
Oh, that's right. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Good job. Yeah. Just got to be tired after doing stuff like that. Yeah, so jiu-jitsu, you can have a style. And sometimes people develop styles early. Sometimes people develop styles late. Sometimes your styles will change. The idea is that by brown belt, you try to develop some kind of style and then stick to your style and try to, cultivate your style. And what I mean by that is, are you a guard player? Do you like to do a certain kind of guard? Are you a De La Riva? Are you a spider guard? Are you a closed guard fighter? Or are you like somebody who just likes to get a takedown, pass guard, smash, and submit? That's a style. There's, and you know what? That's part of the journey and part of the fun too. So kind of like this dummy training, we're sort of like a smash and submit kind of style, which is cool. You got to learn how to do that. You got to learn how to press, push, pressure and attack. And then if you can't, well, then you fall back to guard. All right, here we go. Toreando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Hey, Talia, much better than 51. Yeah, my early days were in judo. I think maybe I told you guys the story. And in judo, an avenue to victory is a throw. If you can throw somebody and they land on their back or their butt or their shoulder, you win right away. You don't have to even wrestle. And so in judo, the emphasis is on throwing and then immediately just not giving them space, but trying to engage in groundwork and either pin or submit. So it's an aggressive style. It's a lot like kind of what we're doing here, this dummy training. Like, you know, a judo fighter is not really into guard play. Guard play to a judo player is like stalling. And if you have to play guard, chances are the referee is going to stand you up. Even if you're like trying to do like an armbar or a choke, they'll sometimes be like, stand up. So I forget what my point was, but I think it had to do with style. So what do we got? Back step pass. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Try to fill the space, ladies. Remember, fill the space. Even when you come up. No space. You don't want them wiggling around. You don't want them getting away. It's almost like you're hugging their arms. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. If like you're a judo fighter and you can't impose with your throws, you can't get a takedown, and they take you down, well, then what do you have? Guard, right? But if you just fall down and play guard right away, you're missing opportunities, right? You're missing an option, which is to be aggressive, to maybe get a takedown, to be that one who's passing guard. So I like to keep those options open. I don't just throw myself. I just don't fall on my butt and just play guard right off the bat. You know, unless that really is my style. If that's my style and that's what I put all my money in, well then okay. I'll fall on the ground and try to get guard on you before you get guard on me in case you're the same. That's Junior's kind of approach. You know, he's a guard player. He doesn't want somebody pulling guard before he does. Knee cut. All right, let's go. If you're going to do a side control after the knee cut, you can practice the Ferrari concept I was talking about. Pressure with the elbow. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. The jump pass. You guys like the jump pass? You getting better at it? You getting a little like more familiar with like, you know, throwing your head down and putting your shoulder in their belly? Because when you throw your head to the other side, your shoulder is putting pressure in their midsection. You're basically holding their hips down for a moment. And that brings up another principle. I'm big on principles. If I can teach principles, it's like I teach you like an infinite number of techniques that potentially apply to that principle. And so this principle is hip to hip. If you put your hip to their hip, if you control their hips, you control their body. And so when your shoulder goes into their hip and you're putting all that pressure and your legs are in the air, you're holding them down for a minute, enabling you to reposition. So that's important too. You're not just jumping in the air with empty pressure. There's a little bit of pressure. Jump pass. What you yelling at the dogs for? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another style of side control can be the leg that's up near their head bent the way you guys are doing, and the other leg straight like this. You guys see that? See, this leg is straight, that leg is bent. I don't know if you can see that or not, but
We can see it.
yeah, so the idea is that the leg that's up under their shoulder complex, well, it's controlling their upper body, and your other leg is outstretched and pushing and pressing into the ground, like forcing you into them, putting pressure and weight into their body and holding them. And also, it sort of takes away an option for them to re-guard, like to like turn into you and try to like grab your leg. We'll talk more about it. Side switches. All right. Remember how to hold the arms. Nice. It might help a little bit when you do sit in a certain direction to actually try to move your hips a little in that direction as well. So instead of just rotating in one spot, you rotate and then move a little in that direction. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Hey, what I mean about and by moving the hips, and it's kind of hard on a dummy, but I just want to show you, is like a lot of times when you have like side control and this arm of theirs starts messing with you, right? It starts pushing on your hip. The elbow starts getting into your belly like that. Does that make sense? Like, does that dummy look like he's putting his elbow in my belly? Can you guys see that?
Yes.
So a lot of times what will happen is if they get that elbow nice and deep, they can mess with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like try to pull it. I'm going to try to grab it or pull it. And if I can't, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to sit my hips under it and try to get underneath of it so that they can't do that anymore. And then when they do that, I'll go back to where I was, and now I have the arm control. You see that? So like it'll sometimes be like this, and then what you do is you sit under, and then you get it. It's like I'm a scoop. Like my hips are turning, getting under, and then scooping and getting underneath of it. You understand what I'm trying to say? So in order for me to do that, I have to move my hips a little in, not just turn. All right, here we go. Side control to mount. Lots of options here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, I think you guys were at one of the BJJ Zoom rooms where Christina talked about the knee coming over and then this foot right here grabbing a hold of that hip. You guys remember something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and that definitely happens, but not always, but it happens. And if you can get that foot on the hip, oh my gosh, it's so much control because like you're pushing off their hip, and with your hips against their arms and their arm complex, they're stuck like this. They're helpless. But if you can't get that situation, I think she talked briefly about this. Watch my left foot. Boom. See that right there? Boom. You see my left foot hit the ground?
Yes.
All right. So it's a little detail. I might need more time, but it's a little detail to keep them from grabbing your foot. I'll talk a little bit more about it, but let's go to the JUJI-GATAME. and focus on getting that foot around the head and getting it around the head quickly and efficiently. And Sierra, you keep focusing on how to do the arms right. That's right. You just want to get that leg right around. Woo! Nice, Talia. Great. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so not that I'm not going to do this, especially with COVID-19, but if I put my finger in my mouth and stuck it against my cheek and went to make that sound, that little sound, right? I think those days are over, but you guys, know what I'm talking about, right? It's basically like something under tension and then it's allowed to release and it explodes, or there's like a snap, pop, right? You understand what I'm talking, what I'm showing you? It's like pop. When my leg comes over, when this leg right here comes over, my foot, my shoelaces are on their hip complex. They might even be on a thigh that's sticking up here. Like this foot might be on their thigh. And what happens is as I apply tension, that's like the finger in the cheek. And then what happens is as the foot slips off the hip or the thigh, it goes. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm explaining to you, right? Yeah, you want that feeling with that foot just snapping by. It's not like a just move it by. It's a pop by. All right, around the world. Yeah, that's a good one to practice, Sierra. The arms and how to do the arms. Yep, good. Ooh, I like that. That was a fancy move. Ooh, good. Nice back step into Talia. Knee on belly. Mountain. Good. Don't forget about your jump passes. Maybe throw a little jump pass in there. It's all right sometimes to pop up, do a little torreando. All right. So don't worry about how many deadlifts you do. Let's just worry about how well you do them. I want you to watch my hips, all right? Because I don't know if you guys can see. You guys see, like, you see how I'm standing like this and not like this? I put my hips underneath it and I stand, my butt, like right there is tight, tight. Maybe I'll just let it go, okay? So I get down to it and I get my hips underneath, boom, just like this, boom. That's probably the second most important thing I can show you in that, besides your back not arching. Okay, so your back doesn't arch. You get your hips, like your pelvic bone, underneath the head, and you get up underneath of it, and you make sure that you look like like you're squeezing your shorts, like boom, like it's just like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know, somebody's going to take a still shot of my butt squeezing, you know, and throw it on Facebook. But all right, you know what I'm saying, right? Go get it. Don't worry how fast. This is not a how fast. Good, Talia. That was it. Much better than the first round. Good. Yep. Get your hands nice and good underneath of it so you can get your hips under your hands. There we go. Good. Yep. Quality, not quantity. Once you learn how to do it right, don't let that happen. Oh, keep your hips down. Lift with your legs, Sierra. Nice. You see? Don't lift with your back. Lift with your legs. Keep your back nice and neutral. Back nice and neutral. Lift with the legs. Head up, head up. Look up when you lift. There you go. Head up, looking up. Time, 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 time. All right, good job. I tell you, you know, the deadlift, it's not something that you just learn in a day, but it does take technique. That second round of deadlifting was like 500% better than the first round. Okay, I saw bent hips. It's hard to do that on this camera. Also, another thing too, if your dummy is walking on you, like it looked like Sierra, your dummy was walking on you.
Yeah, it kept sliding.
Yeah, and that might be a function of the floor that you're on, because my dummy's not sliding on me, and it looked like Talia's wasn't sliding either. So if it slides on you, that's a problem, because you can't walk or try to adjust to it, because I think being that it's as heavy as it is, that's a dangerous situation. So either we don't do that move, or we get the feet against a wall or something, right? Do you have a wall? Do you have something where those feet will like go against?
Yeah, I can try to turn it around for that one.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and Talia, whatever you're doing, it was working. So you know what I mean? That was great. So I could see the sweat. Good job, ladies. All right. Hey, I thought today was like a really like special class. I thought we like went over a lot more detail and some moves and some techniques, right? We can add them to our workout. So next week, we're going to have some new things added. The rest period is going to be decreased. You know, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 11:30.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
All right. Yep. Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.